Hello students, welcome to Avision SSA Bank exams. I'm Sneha ma'am and today I'm back with the 13th part of our practice sessions. Like we are doing every day, we are taking up questions from your previous year question paper, English question paper, and I'm solving them and presenting to you a list of 15 to 12 questions. Today it's 12 questions and we are discussing that which is the correct one, why is it the correct one, and listening to these practice sessions I guess will help you a lot in solving your papers because studying grammar and practicing them and appearing in the exam to solve them all are different examples of experiences, because when you study one by one, and when you write in the exam they're all over the place and you feel confused. So that is why we are conducting these practice sessions. So without wasting much time, let's move to our first question. We take up our first question, that is, we start with an error correction question. Okay, we need to correctly select the option to replace the underlined segment or the wrong segment. Okay, so the wrong is, what is the sentence? We are coping the problems with the best of our ability. Okay, so this is the sentence and the wrong portion is this till here. And let us see which are our options. So number one is coping in the problems by. Number two is no improvement. Number three is coping with the problems to. And number four is coping the problems at. Okay. So seeing everything, all the elements of the portions, we decide that number three is the correct one because of two reasons. It has correct prepositions. Firstly, it will not be coping problem, it will be coping with the problem, because we cope with something. Okay, and not with best of our abilities. This with will shift here, coping with problems to the best of our ability. Okay, to the best of our ability, like keeping at par with our best of ability, we are just coping with the problem. Okay, so this is the thing. Number two is again the same, error detection. Okay, I have been working with children before, so I know what to expect. Okay, this is a tense question. I've repeated many times that tenses are extremely important. They are the pillars of grammar, and even before tense, what is more important are verbs. Okay, because verbs are the total pillars of grammar, because the next portions of whatever you study, that is voice, narration, everything, they are dependent on your verbs, right? So I have been working, this structure is entirely wrong with the tense. I have worked, so this person is trying to say that they have previously worked, so that can have a present perfect tense. Okay, present perfect, we don't need a continuous tense. If we can omit before, if the sentence did not have before, it could be I have been working with children for 5 years. Okay, this is a valid sentence. I have been working with children for 5 years, but in this sentence I have worked with children before, as the person is already telling you that it is before, so that means there is a shade of the past. And in present perfect, what did I say is the most important thing, that it has a shade of the past. It's a work completed in the past, but that is still valid now. Okay, the experience holds true, but the task has been completed beforehand. So it will be I have worked before, so I know what to expect. Okay. So this option 2 is our correct answer. Number 3 is a one word substitution, a partner in crime. Okay. I know this phrase is extremely popular these days. Someone who is a partner with you in all the things you do, you tell them as a partner in crime. But this is a serious issue where really a person helps another person in committing a crime. So, and that has a name, and the name is accomplice. Okay, the name is accomplice, number 4 option. These are something that you can either remember, or you can study as many vocabs as you want to increase your word knowledge, word meaning, synonym, antonym, everything. Okay, so it has a name, it is accomplice. Number 4 is again, and it's a voice question. Okay, it's a voice question. You have to select the correct passive voice, right? So we all regard Lisa as an expert. Number one option is Lisa is regarded as an expert by all of us. Number 2 is Lisa has been regarded. 3, Lisa was regarded. 4, Lisa should be regarded. Okay, first of all, I want you to know that when we solve voice, we separate the subject object. Here, we are the subject, Lisa is the object, and in our passive sentence, what will it be? Is Lisa will be the subject, and we, that will change in the objective form. In the objective case, that accusative case, that is us, we changes to us. Okay, so and so, number 1 option, Lisa is regarded as an expert by all of us, seems the correct answer, because the tense is also proper. This has a present tense, because there is no use of any past tense or perfect or modal, no modal, nothing. We don't need to introduce these things. So Lisa is regarded as an expert by all of us. Okay, this slide has it starts with, in the second slide, it starts with one word substitution. Okay, so our phrase is a government by the nobles. Okay, a government by the nobles. This also has a name. Let's explore our options and try to understand. Number 1 is monarchy. So I guess people know what is the meaning of monarchy, because in your polity portion, or the portion where you learn about governments and country, you all know, come across these terms, political terms. Monarchy means rule of king, because monarch is a king. Okay, this is king. Democracy means people, that is India is the largest democracy. That means we get to decide who will rule us, or who, in fact, who will. Democracy means when there is a proper constitution and everything, and people follow that. That is democracy. Oligarchy is only the rich people who have power in their hands. Okay, it was in fashion in Greece before. And number 4 is aristocracy, which is our answer, because always remember, though, it comes from the word aristocrat. Aristocrat means nobles. The word crazy always means a rule. Okay, it means rule, but the difference is made by this portion of the word. Aristo means noble. Those who belong to a very sophisticated class of society, noble society, they are called aristocrats, and this is our answer. Second is again one word substitution, because they are very important, right? You must know what each place is called, what are the definitions. These are mostly definition and vocab based questions. So it is said a place where gambling games are played. Okay, so this is very well known, and the answer is casino, because casino is the place where gambling is taken place. Gambling games are taken place in lieu of money. Okay, the options are arena. Arena is an open space, right? Open space where earlier bullfighting and everything used to take place. Stadium. Stadium, all of you know that stadiums are different, where cricket, football, all are held. Gymnasium is something different, that is gym, where we work out. So this is entirely different. Gymnasium is gym. Okay, so casino is our answer. Moving on to the next one. The place was not cold only, but also damp. Okay, so evidently there is some problem with the sentence. We have some improvement options over here which we need to select. Only cold, not also, not only cold but also, not only cold and both. Okay, so the perfect one you can understand is not only cold but also damp. We use not only but also when there are two things in addition, means just to say this in this kind of style, that this place is not only cold but also damp, means it's both cold and damp. You can write it in different fashions but not together. Like I'll say the place is both cold and damp is one kind of example, and the second is the place was not only cold but also damp. Okay, the next option is again the same error. Many people are unable of distinguish right from wrong. Okay, you can understand easily where the problem lies, and the correct is are unable to, because distinguish is a verb. To distinguish, okay, we need an infinitive. Unable of distinguishing can be written. Many people are unable of distinguishing right from wrong. If we want to use of, we have to add ing, because that will become a continuous form of the verb of distinguishing. But in this kind of sentence where you don't have a continuous form like ing, but the base form, this is the base be form, be verb, base form of the verb distinguish. So we have to write it in the infinitive form, that is to distinguish, to plus base verb. The second is, and the last slide is again here starting with error. Elaborate arrangements have been made for the part. Okay, they are making elaborate arrangements for the party. This is a voice question. Okay, this is a voice question. Need to select the correct passive voice, and let's explore our options, which are elaborate arrangements have been made for the party. Number 2, elaborate arrangements are made for the party. Number 1 was have been made, 2 is are made, 3 is are being made, and number 4 is were being made. Okay, so there are 3 things that need to be noticed in these kind of sentences. And what is that? That is subject, that is object, and the tense also. Okay, and the tense, yeah, and the tense. So 3 elements that you need to be taking care of. And how do you need to take care is change party, make elaborate arrangements for the party. This entire is the object, right? So this will be our subject in the passive sentence, and the tense has to be changed into the passive tense, and this is, as you can see, is a present continuous tense, are making. and it will be changed into are being made. So that is the passive form of are making, and the sentence will be elaborate arrangements are being made for the party. So it makes it very clear. Once you break down the elements of the sentence and try to solve them, it becomes a lot more easier, because it's absolutely pointless to mug up the rules. Okay. Now, the second is the man played the flute and led all the mouse out of the town. Okay. See, but the sentence, this one seems perfect, but yet there is a mistake. And the mistake is a very small one, which you have to notice is all the mouse. Because why? Mouse is already, because it is in the singular form, and it will be all the mice out of the town. All the mice out of the town, because we know that mouse is a word that uses a different word. It changes the word. From mouse it becomes mice, from louse it becomes lice, like that. It changes, it takes different word as its plural form. And when you say all the mouse, it's absolutely wrong, because all the means many, plural. So all the mice. The second last one is an error, a direct, indirect form, narration question. So, and the direct form has to be chosen, right? So she told her brother that she was going to meet her friend, and number one is she said to her brother, I was going to meet my friend. Number two is she will go to meet her friend. Three is I am gone to meet her friend. Number four is I am going to meet my friend. So what are the elements that need to be seen? That is tense that you need to mostly take care of, and the pronouns also. She here is this person only, she. So it will be I was going, it will be am going, because this has been changed into simple past, and we know that when we have simple present in the direct speech, simple present in direct, that means it has simple past in the indirect, right? Okay, I've written very small letters. I guess you can understand this. Indirect. Okay, yeah. So now from the beginning we had past tense in the indirect, so that means it will be in the present tense in the direct sentence. Was going is past continuous, and here we have present continuous. We will have to supply a present continuous, so it will be am going to meet my friend, because this her is also she herself, it's she. So it stands as she said to her brother, I'm going to meet my friend. Her is my, because it is she only, this person who is the speaker, I'm going to meet my friend. The last one which we have is again a direct indirect form, narration question. Our sentence is Saransh said he had solved the crossword the previous day. Okay. And it will be Saransh said I solved the crossword yesterday. Why? Because yes, the previous day, usually it is changed to yesterday in the direct form. In fact, when you have yesterday in your direct form, you would have to write the previous day in the indirect form, because these are some important rules of narration, that some words they change their form, and it is in the past tense, so it is changed into I solved the crossword yesterday. I guess that it is clear, because the rest of the options, they are not applicable, because it says he have solved and it can't be that. Okay, we can't write he said, he have solved, because Saransh is the speaker, he's speaking about himself. I have solved yesterday, the previous day is also wrong, because we have to have yesterday, and he has solved also is not applicable. So we are left with this number one option, which is our correct one. Hence we complete our slide, and I would like to say that we will continue again tomorrow like this with our usual practice sessions. And till then, you can listen to the previous ones, you can practice some more sentences from other books also, to explore your practice even more. And that's all for today. Thank you.